What is going on, everybody? Monday Night Football is back, and that means I'm here with some more bets and player props. I got two player props, kind of a long shot bet, and then a play on the spread here for this one. My Detroit Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm wearing the Lions hat, and I'm giving out Baltimore Ravens -4.5. I like the Ravens in this spot, and it all comes down to this Lions team just not quite being the same team on the road over the last 2 years since they've kind of entered this phase of being one of the better teams in football with high expectations. They just have not been the same offensive team on the road, especially outside. You see about a 6.5 points per game drop off for this Lions team when they're out on the road and outside. And I do think a lot of that comes down to the play of Jared Goff. He just is more comfortable and is able to be more efficient in these domes, and that's not going to be the case tonight against the Ravens. Great defense on the Baltimore side here. Obviously, we know what they can do offensively as well. So give me the Ravens -4.5. Pick number 2 is a 2-unit player prop. I like this for 2 units. 3-0 on the 2-unit plays so far, so let's keep that going here. Jahmyr Gibbs over 24.5 receiving yards. Obviously, if I think the Ravens are winning this one, I think that we're going to see more Gibbs on the field than David Montgomery, and also more just passing situations for this Lions team. Gibbs was relied on heavily in the passing game in week 1. He had 10 catches. Wasn't very efficient on a per yard basis, but again, I do think the volume is going to be quite solid for Jahmyr Gibbs. His catch prop is 3.5. I think if he gets 3 catches, he clears this number very easily. He's one of the most explosive players in football, so he can do this easily on 1 catch, 1 little screenplay. But I think he's going to have some solid volume as well, as the Ravens are currently allowing the 2nd most targets per game to opposing running backs. So give me the over on 24.5 receiving yards for Gibbs. I like this for 2 units up to 26.5, and I like it just for 1 unit up to about 30.5 for Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, final player prop before we get to that long shot play. We're taking Zay Flowers over 69.5 receiving yards. Zay Flowers looks like he's taken that next step in terms of being like a true alpha receiver in the NFL, playing about 50% of his routes from the snap. I think that benefits him perfectly. So the Ravens are using him in the best possible way. This is a good matchup, right? The Lions are allowing the 9th most receiving yards per game to opposing wide receivers, and they're also top 5 against the run. So I don't think the Ravens are going to just abandon their dominant run game just because they have a tough matchup, but it could be a spot where they are able to just throw a bit more successfully, so they might lean on that just a bit more in this one with that good matchup. So give me the over on Zay Flowers, who is dominating targets in this Ravens offense. Over 69.5 receiving yards tonight for Zay Flowers. All right, send you out here with a quick one to end the day. +750, Lamar Jackson to lead the game in rushing yards. I think it's a good spot for Lamar Jackson, so I like that one for a little quarter unit, half unit sprinkle. Lamar Jackson to lead the game in rushing yards at +750. That's gonna do it for me. We'll see you guys next week. We'll see you on Thursday. Thank you guys for tuning in. For more picks like this, check out scoresandodds.com and subscribe to the Scores and Odds YouTube channel.